Castle Lager Premier Soccer League newcomers Chekutu Pirates came to Barbourfields for the first time to receive a baptism of fire. So many lessons learned as they get to terms with life in the top league, where in 5 matches they have lost thrice, drawn once and won as much. Their coach Emmanuel Kutu said Barbourfields was not so sweet a place for Zaire Malaga, and they didn't make life any better for themselves, giving the hosts so much respect.
The atmosphere was electric and intimidating. But I think we gave Highlanders too much respect in the middle of the park, and we paid dearly for that.
Yet the Chekutu side had managed to stand their ground in the first half, holding Bosso to a scoreless 45 minutes, even though they were made to sweat almost every minute for that dignity. Surviving an Ndrumbeva lob that crashed against the crossbar on the 9th minute, it was Pirates to create the match's next dangerous opportunity after Aaron Zangaye received a wall pass from Russell Chifura to storm into the Highlanders box, but his cross to link with Klopas Dube was overweighted and the chance had gone. Suddenly, Chekutu grew in confidence. They began to believe as they got Bosso backpedaling, and Highlanders needed a save from the top shelf by Ariel Sibanda, who went airborne to deny Elisha Zulu what looked a certain goal as Pirates sought to steal a shock lead. Bosso then reorganized and they would produce the next realistic chance after Linot Chikua teased his marker wide on the left, and exchanging passes with Divine Mindirira, he was able to lay for Brighton Ncube, whose shot was too mild for any harm. The pressure maintained and Bosso pressed on the accelerator with the Linot Chikua's cross tipped onto Makinon Mushore's path, who let fly a stinger headed off the line by Meki as Chekutu hung on for dear life. Somehow they managed to absorb all thrown at them in the first 45, with the agility of their goalkeeper Arnold Mukuli to thank after flying high to collect Brighton Ncube's header right at the end of the opening half. So Chekutu Pirates are going to the break encouraged by the 0-0 stalemate, whilst the Highlanders certainly feeling they deserved more from a half that they saw dominated. On resumption, it didn't take Bosso a minute to open the scores after Marvelous Chikumira flighted in a tantalizing cross flashed home by Brighton Ncube's header, and the Pirates were finally broken. Once Bosso got into the lead, they had tested Malaga. It must have been sweet as their dominance grew even bigger. They began to run rings around the Pirates midfield, passing the ball around as they penetrated their opponents to find space, yet to be let down by that final touch. A big game changer for Highlanders was the introduction of young Prince Ndlovu at halftime. The talented teenager came on with the spark to ignite the fire in the Bosso strike force, and was unlucky to angle his shot across the face of goal with no takers to tap home. Brighton Ncube, probably enjoying his best match for Bosso since arriving at the beginning of the season, could even attempt the spectacular, though the sting and accuracy to cause Chekutu any problems was missing. An hour gone in the match, Ashford Fire would get going on what would be the match's best move, exchanging delicate passes as he strode upfield. His teammates available as the components of a machine are so efficient it got Fire to the tip of the move, only to be denied by the outstretched leg of keeper Mongoli. Brilliant from Ashford Fire, sadly not culminating in what would have been a contender for goal of the year. 19 minutes into the second half, Bosso doubled the lead again through Brighton Ncube after the hosts circulated the ball on the edge of the Pirates box, and with the visitors struggling to clear, the ball fell gratefully onto Brighton's path, who pounced with a killing effort far beyond Mkuli's reach. It was 2-0 to Bosso. On 77 minutes, the young prince was again tormenting Pirates, this time with what looked an intended cross, but trajecting towards the goal, only for the agility of Mkuli, who had to tip it away as it dipped to nestle in the nets. With Highlanders in total control of the game, Brighton appeared not aware that fluent control could have given him a clear chance at goal, instead giving away what looked a promising chance by bad control after another Prince Ndlovu cross. Chekutu Pirates were lucky to escape unharmed when Linot Chikua broke clear wide on the right, and cutting back to his oncoming teammates Brighton Ncube and Rizinsbanda, they conspired to miss what looked an easy tap-in for Bosso's third. Perhaps it's easily said than done. Highlanders were 3-0 up a minute from full-time after Prince Ndlovu's inch-perfect cross was turned home by Linot Chikua to register Bosso's third, Chikua's second this season. The Bosso forward promises plenty this campaign, as his celebration went on to suggest this year he is pregnant with goals. So far this season he has delivered 2. Chekutu coach Emmanuel Kutu conceded defeat, acknowledging the role played by the home crowd that made it difficult, if not impossible, for their technical bench to communicate instructions to their team.
When you're barking instructions, the players cannot hear properly. The fans, maybe you can say they are passionate, but if you give instructions, the players cannot hear, so that's the difference. But when you're playing at home, the players can quickly grasp the instructions. But here it's very difficult. It's very difficult. Maybe you need a microphone to give instructions.
Highlanders have been watertight at the back, conceding just once in 5 matches, and coach Kelvin Kaindu gave credit to his predecessor Baltimore Brito for laying foundation to what is now a pillar of the team's strength.
I also want to thank the last coach that was here. I think he made probably my job to be a bit easy in terms of the way that the team was defending. The fans are there to support the team, and we appreciate the support that they are giving us. It was actually day to day, and I'm sure when they are celebrating, it makes it better.
So it's 5 games unbeaten for KK's Highlanders, and is it time to start counting up to 19, just like last year, or to 23, as in the first time when Kaindu was in charge of Bosso way back in 2012? Yet the Zambian coach insists on one at a time, hence his mind is not too far away from the 5 games in the bag. He is simply focused on their next game against Ngezi, and Ngezi alone. For the Premier Soccer League at Barbourfields Stadium in Bulawayo, I'm Tandazani Zimga.